Good Sunday morning. I'm Hugh Keaton. We start with the EF1 tornado that tore through Gautier a week ago today. The disaster led to neighbors stepping up to help neighbors.
And it's so awesome to see how the Gautier community is making sure we stand up to help the people that need the help the most.
A representative from the Red Cross speaking there and joining us with an update on recovery in his city, Gautier Mayor Casey Vaughan. Thanks so much. And I know it's been a difficult week for you. It happened last Sunday, but the community jumped into action right away just in the hours after that it happened. What's it been like dealing with that disaster?
Well, it could have been worse. We're very blessed in Gautier that we did not have any injuries or fatalities, and I just have to give kudos to our public works, our fire department, police department, the Jackson County EOC. All of them stepped up, and the partnerships along with Paige Roberts, who come to meet me, who runs the long-term recovery to help us, and H2O, our service provider, Waste Pro. All of them have worked really hard together, and with that, I think is what made us be able to accomplish so much in a short period of time.
So you had a handful of homes impacted, as well as the condo complex that we had done a story on. How is the recovery going with the people who suffered damage? Are they able to receive the accommodations they need right now?
Well, my understanding is everybody is homed somewhere thanks to the partnership with Red Cross. We are in our long-term recovery plan, so on our Facebook page and website, there's a number they can call. The long-term recovery committee will reach out and coordinate. We've only had one call, and it was to assist basically currently with a fence and tree and elderly family. As you know, Aztecas was catastrophic damage there. Luckily, their employees did not get injured and got in a cooler for safety. They're working with their engineers. They've already pulled permits for the demolition part that has to be demoed and start rebuilding. So they've already boots on the ground. The same with the apartment complex and the condominiums. They are both already partnered with engineering firms if need be to pull permits. If not, they're already working to secure permits so they can get the units up and going as soon as possible.
Yeah, when something like this happens, as far as the city goes, we're talking about those permits, is that expedited that they can start working more quickly after a disaster?
Well, the staff, the interim city manager, the planning director, along with the fire chief, we've all met with all the parties that have substantial damage that needed to pull permits for that type of stuff. And yes, they will expedite any way possible to accommodate those properties damaged by the tornado.
As far as the state declaring a state disaster, do you feel like that's going to come, or what's the process?
I do not. We have a lot of damage, as people can see. So for the citizens, damage to fence and trees and not property structural damage, the city did not sustain any substantial amount of the threshold dollar-wise, or the county during the two tornadic activities. We do not see at this time, I've not been notified that we would meet the threshold to declare that type of emergency asking for assistance.
Okay, well that's good news, because that means there wasn't widespread damage in the city. In terms of FEMA assistance that goes along with the state declaration of a disaster, so you don't feel like that'll come into play here?
I don't think we meet the threshold of the damage that would have to be needed. A prime example, we don't think we meet it, so our public works service provider for the debris removal is being very generous and working with us to try to get the debris up as soon as possible, because we were not able to declare that we would get reimbursed. So the partnership there, where they're going ahead and trying to not wait weeks and weeks and weeks to get it off the road, they've stepped up and volunteered to really work with us to try to get it off sooner than later.
How much debris is there in the city, roughly?
Well, the residential neighborhoods, of course, there's roof damage in some of our neighborhoods. Northwood Hills, Westgate, with shingle and roof damage there. And of course, those are the neighborhoods that had a lot of trees and fence down. So there are piles in both of their neighborhoods, but it's very limited the path it took. So there is a lot, but I have no doubt Waste Pro will get it up as fast as possible for them.
Going to be on top of it. What about your first responders when they really stepped into action here? It was a good, since there wasn't widespread damage, it was a good opportunity to see a real life situation and go into action. How do you think they did?
I think they did great. The EOC, you know, getting them, the public safety in Gautier, the police and fire did great. The fire chief, the police chief and their departments, along with Earl Etheridge, Ryan Heath, Chad Brownlow with the EOC, all of us were all there together. They all had boots on the ground, and the communication along with Paige Roberts, the Long-Term Recovery Committee, and our Jackson County Chamber President, we all were boots on the ground and made sure. And of course, the American Red Cross showed up to help. And with them, with H2O putting out things, barricades, Singing River Electric, Sparklight, AT&T, but Singing River Electric, the linemen really came, really got the power shut off to Aztecas and the other areas that needed to be really prompt. And just a great job on the multifamily homes. And when we mention a number, you don't mention that number because that whole unit is one. So there was 2 multifamily units, the condos and the apartments, and their management was out there, boots on the ground, trying to assist the tenants. So we are very blessed. We should all be thankful. Thanks for all the community support that's helped all the ones that need it. There are some that might need help cutting trees and helping put back up their fence, but all they got to do is reach out and we'll put somebody in touch.
Right, and I'm sure there's always volunteers that are willing to step up and help. A couple more things happening in Gautier Legacy Park. The progress continues there. That's a long-term goal for the city. Is there any update on that?
You know, they continue to expand. They've pulled permits to build another building and they continue to grow the projects. So we look forward to more announcements coming with them and their partnership. But they are dedicated to that medical mixed-use development there at the gateway of Gautier.
Yeah, and also, I guess, no upcoming events happening at the Sound. It's been a big success. Just every event you have, more and more people are coming.
Yes, we look forward to the announcements with the promoter coming up after the first of the year. He will make some announcements.
Okay, I know you have a big Christmas event coming up every December. That's happening the first weekend in December. There's planning happening right now for that event.
That's right. That's Lights and Lanyap on the Bayou, and the Gautier Rotary Club hosts the annual Christmas parade. So it's always the first Saturday. We'll have fireworks, youth activities, just a great day to fellowship and get in the Christmas spirit.
All right, we're all caught up on what's happening in Gautier. Mayor Casey Vaughan, thanks for joining us, and congratulations to the Gautier Band, state champions.
Yes, thank you, Hugh. Go Gators.